In my role as a teacher and curriculum developer, I think the biggest challenge I face is coming up with exciting new ways to present a phenomenon that students can connect to.
Allowing myself the freedom to make mistakes along the way.
I think one of the biggest challenges we face is managing a classroom and really working with the students who come from a variety of background and experiences.
I think it's important for other colleagues in my building to understand that PE teachers are teachers too.
We're now challenged to consider student work and student artifacts as forms of data.
Coming up with exciting connections to the real world is always going to be a big challenge. Luckily, the world's full of those things.
I think sometimes we feel like we need to do the job perfectly as a teacher, whereas I think I can gain so much more when I can take a risk and allow myself to explore better ways than what I've even done last week or last year or within the past 5 years. And I think it also helps model for students the fact that there is never a point where you stop learning.
It's also very important for us now to clearly state an objective and to guide students through the skills necessary that they need to complete a task. I think it's important for teachers to understand that we're not just rolling out the ball.
So my greatest celebrations, I love those moments where a kid will make a breakthrough and be willing to take risks in front of their peers. It's amazing.
When I'm standing in my classroom and kids are engaged and working hard, and they think learning is the coolest thing in the entire world. That, I think, is my greatest achievement.
I think it's really being part of young adults learning history.
My greatest celebrations, it's always when you get a kid in level 1, and then you see like 2 or 3 years later, they stick with you, and you see them, they can speak the language, they understand it, and they grow in front of you. It's like a flower, you know, just, it's beautiful.
I know that they own that growth and they own that knowledge. And it makes me really proud of them, and it makes me excited for the work that we're doing in class.
Having the benefit of this whole community of learners that can inform and make me a better teacher.
I really hope education continues to grow around the idea that students become genuine problem solvers, lifelong learners.
I just wish kids would realize how lucky they are to be learning and where we live, and possibilities are amazing for them, and I think sometimes they're caught in the trap of just doing school.
I think my hope for the future of music classes is to really help students to make that personal connection to music, to see music in a real world context, and be able to produce original ideas.
We need to be able to provide them opportunities and experiences in school that is engaging and relevant and personal, so it kind of goes both ways.
I want to create an environment for my students, looking forward to, yeah, this is Miss Chen's class, I'm gonna have it today, I'm gonna have it next period, I'm excited about it, and I'm ready to learn.
My hope is that educators understand that just learning reading, writing, and math is not enough for our students. Our students need those soft skills in order to be successful in the future.
We're being asked to rethink what the classroom is.
Not all schools are teaching the same, not all teachers are teaching the same. And so how do you ensure that all kids are reaching the same bar?
The classroom is not just a place where we go to acquire knowledge. It's now a place that we go in order to have experiences.
We are about using language. Using language when you're speaking to people, when you're interpreting documents and videos.
It's very much about personalized learning.
You're making decisions together.
As a teacher, I've always been programmed to have the answer. The best thing we can do with our students is to not give them the answer, but the skills to find the answer.
So our shifts are all about communication, connections to cultures, and to get that idea that we really can work together in many capacities.
I see a number of different students for 1 hour a week, and sometimes I see them one time and then never again. But it's always an opportunity for growth.
We as teachers are facilitators, helping them discover their passions, their energies.
I can make my kids smile and they feel successful in my classroom, learning every single day.
And that's all that counts, is am I making an effort to try to understand you. What are you about? How do you learn? And what can I do to make a difference in your life today?
Every student can grow and learn, and we have to figure out what it takes to reach them.
And for the future, I would hope that our classrooms would evolve into these ecosystems for ideas, for student ideas to exist and to flourish, for us to celebrate, and for students to one day really understand that their ideas matter, that they matter,